Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're watching, welcome to my channel. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more value. If you're watching on Facebook, please like and share this post. All right, I'm going to share an opportunity with you guys to be able to make at least $200 or more, just depending on what your goal is. Right, all from your phone. All right, using this new software called the Signal Sniper software. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar with day trading, that's all I'm doing. Is basically day trading and using this software. Okay, so mixed with my analysis plus the software, making about 200 or more per day. Yeah, using this, right? So before I had this software, my trading was it was okay, right? I was pretty good trader without any software, without any indicator or anything like that. Once I added this software onto my trading skills, right, what I already could do, I noticed a change that my entries were getting better, winning more trades more consistently. Right. So yeah, um, this is definitely a software somebody that's completely new could use. Okay, because it basically just tells you when to get in the market, when to get out, and yeah. But I always suggest that people learn the skill, right? So with me as your coach, you're going to be able to learn the skill and also be able to use it at the same time to make money. Okay, so I'm real big on teaching, helping people become independent traders rather than just giving them signals and certain bots and indicators. Right? There's nothing wrong with indicators and bots and all that stuff and signals, but what you really want to do is become an independent trader, learn the skill so that you can become the indicator, right? But at first, it's a great tool to have, right? It's like training wheels. You're going to be able to use this, put it on your chart, and it's going to help you win trades, right? So, Signal Sniper. What I'm going to show you guys today is how to make $200 daily, all right, using this software. 1 second. Try to get rid of this. There we go. All right, so I'm going to show you guys a method to make $200 per day trading, even as a beginner. You can use this as a side hustle, or you can do it full time if you want, but it's only going to take about 1 to 2 hours, and you can do this 7 days a week. Okay, you're going to have an opportunity to use barely any of your own capital, okay, and be able to leverage off a large amount of capital. You're going to be able to use the Signal Sniper, which is going to give you high probability setups, and that is going to turn into $200 or more, which is going to be $4,000 a month. Right. So that's the plan, right? This is the plan. This is the goal that we're aiming for, at least $200 per day, using the Signal Sniper. All right. So why $200 per day? Because $200 is a realistic goal for you starting off. All right, make it 200. That's only a couple trades. You're not going to have to risk that much, especially on a $50,000 account. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to get a prop firm account. And yeah, we're going to be able to make $200 and we're not going to have to risk that much. Okay, so it's a realistic goal, or we're trying and into a big result. Okay, so $200 per day. We're going to be able to avoid over trading because once we hit 200, like $200 to $300, then we're done trading for the day. All right. And starting with $200, that's the easiest place to scale at, starting from 200. Then we move our way up to 400, 800, and 1,000. Okay. And so forth from there. Requirements. Okay. So in order to be able to do this, you are going to need a laptop, right? So if you don't have a laptop or you can't get access to a laptop or PC, you're not going to be able to use a sniper, right? Because the sniper, you're going to need a laptop to put it on your trading view chart, right? To load the software onto your chart, you're going to at least need to log in on TradingView on a laptop. I'm pretty sure that there's a way to do it from the phone too, but I haven't figured it out. So yeah, on the laptop or PC, that's what you're gonna need. You're also gonna need 1 to 2 hours per day. Okay, so our trading sessions will last about 1 to 2 hours. You're gonna need the software, right? The file, and you're also going to need a prop firm account, which is going to be $100, and you're going to need to use proper risk management. All right, and talk about that in a later slide. All right, so what is the power of you having the Signal Sniper? Okay, so you're going to get 3 strategies in one. All right, so with 3 different strategies taught by 3 different coaches. You're going to have the wave catcher strategy, the Fibonacci strategy, and then the gold strategy. All right, so 3 different coaches are going to be leading these sessions, teaching you guys these strategies. I'm going to be leading the gold strategy, showing you guys how I trade gold using the Signal Sniper. But yeah, just jump in the community. You can jump on all the live sessions, and then whichever one you like the best, all right, you can just stick to that strategy. Whichever strategy fits you, that's what you can stick to. Right. So like I said, we're going to be using a prop firm account so we can leverage off a large amount of money, only risking a very, very small amount of money of our own money. Okay. So what we're going to be doing is getting a $50,000 prop firm account. Okay. For $100. So yeah, these prop firms, they'll give you a large amount of money. And they usually do like a phase or 2 phases, right? These phases are just tests of you getting to a certain profit target. All right. So once you reach that profit target, then you get access to the live account to where then the profit that you make, you'll split with the company. And it's usually 80 to 90% profit split. All right. So the benefit of this is that you're going to take minimal to no personal loss. Okay. So the most that you can lose is your $100. Okay. And they usually give you a retry, and you can keep resetting. Right, so the most that you can lose is $100. You'll be able to leverage off of $50,000. As long as we meet the targets and we follow the rules, we can keep our account. Right. So the ideal is getting a $50,000 account. Passing that, the profit target on the $50,000 account is $3,000. So once we do that, then we'll continue to add on another $50,000 account. Right. Once we have 2 $50,000 accounts, now we're making $400 per day. 3 $50 accounts, $50,000 accounts. Now we're making $600 a day, right? So you see how we'll keep adding accounts and scaling up on how much we're making per day. All right. And with those multiple accounts, we'll be able to copy trade. So you take one trade on one account and it'll copy to the rest of the accounts. All right. So how we're going to make $200 per day? Like I said, we're going to get a $50,000 funded account. We're going to be risking 5% per trade. So we should end the day 1 to 2 trades, end at about $200, $250. Like I said, we're looking for 1 clean setup, and we're only going to take about 1 to 2 trades per day. Okay, so that's how we're going to make $200 per day. Like I said, risk management. So this is one of the most important things. In order for us to keep our account and continue to keep scaling, we have to have proper risk management. Okay, so we're only looking for A+ setups, very, very high probability setups. That's what the sniper is going to help us do, mixed with our own analysis. Okay, and then the sniper will be confirmation on top of that. So yeah, we'll make sure that we follow our confirmations. Once we see our confirmation, then we take the trade. Once we hit our goal, like I said, $250, we're going to stop trading. If we lose for the day, we're not going to revenge trade, right? We'll just take the loss for the day and come back the next day and do better. All right. So something real quick about risk management. We have to we cannot trade without a stop loss, right? So that's really every trade we use stop loss. Every trade. Okay, so it doesn't matter how confident we are. There's always a chance that the market can go the opposite direction at any time. Okay, so nobody has control of the market. Nobody knows 100% what the market's going to do. So you want to make sure that you're using a stop loss that's going to protect our account. So if it does start to go the opposite direction, we're only going to lose a certain amount of money. Okay. So what do I mean? All right, let me show you guys. All right, so TradingView, this is where we will be using the software. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys an example of what I mean. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's say, for example, we got in for a sell here. Okay, we got in for a sell. Now, what I mean by stop loss, right? So we can set our stop loss. Let's say we set our stop loss here. Okay, this red line is our stop loss. We're in for a sell. Let's say price starts to go up, right, in opposite direction. Once it reaches our stop loss, it'll take us out of the trade and we only lose a certain amount of money. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're using a stop loss on every single trade so we can control our losses, right? Control our losses. Once we do that, we know how much we're going to lose every trade, how much we're going to win. We set our take profit, and that's maintaining proper risk management. We're making sure we're not over leveraging. And what I mean by over leverage is taking large lot size trades. Okay, so on futures, it's a little different. I think it's like contracts. So we're not taking high contracts, over leveraging our account, because that's going to put you in risk of blowing your whole account, right? So yeah, as long as we're under leveraging, we're using our stop loss. Okay, every single trade. That's maintaining proper risk management, right? That's how we're going to continue to grow our account and keep our accounts. All right. So what is the daily routine going to look like, right? A daily routine on one of my trading sessions. Okay. So once you jump on, you get inside the trade room. All right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to, first off, we have a meditation and prayer session. Okay. So that's the very first thing that we do before we jump on the charts. You always want to make sure that you're just plugging into the Most High, getting in alignment, getting your head clear. Okay. And meditation and prayer that's a good way to just prep yourself, right? Get yourself in the right mindset before you trade. All right, so that's the first thing. Then we jump on our trading session. We're going to check the news. Okay, so we'll come over here, Forex Factory, and this is a place where we check the major news events. Okay, because the news events, it does correlate with the way the market does move. Right, so we just want to be aware of what's going on and come to Forex Factory, check the news, and then identify the trend of the market. Okay, that's the very first things that we do. Once we do that, then we load the sniper after we make our analysis. The sniper is going to give us extra confirmation. Then we wait for our clean setup and then make our execution. Okay. Second hour, once we get a clean setup, We're going to do the same thing for our second trade. Okay. And then after we take our trades and we hit our goal, then we're going to log our results for the day. But always want to make sure you journal your results. Okay. That's the only way to really make progress, right? To track yourself, see how you're doing. And if you do lose trades, see why you're losing trades, the times that you're taking them, the pair that you're trading, right? You always want to keep track of this because that's how you're going to get better, right? Just like in any sport. Any way to get better in a sport is for you to track your progress during your training, during your practices, your games, so that you know where you're at, right? And then you can adjust and reanalyze, go back to the drawing board, and then come back even better. All right, so very, very key. You don't want to leave that out, right? I know a lot of traders, they just like to close their trades and then close their laptop, right? So you always want to make sure after we're done trading, get our thoughts together, and log our results, win or loss, right? So yeah, moving on. Income breakdown, right? So what's the income? What's the income potential for this, right? So like I said, we're aiming for $200 a day. Okay, $200 a day times 5 days out of the week. You actually can trade 7 days out of the week. But yeah, we will just say 5 days, right? So 5 days out of the week, making $200 daily. It's $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month, and that's a $50,000 year. Okay, all from just pressing buttons from on your phone. All right, so results. Yeah, so we have our group, right? We got a Facebook group where we post our results. We also have a Discord group as well. Okay, so let's take a look. I'm going to show you guys inside of here so you know what's going on. Right, and if you guys have any questions or if you want to get access to the sniper at any time when you're watching this, all you have to do is comment the word sniper, right? And I'll send you the access to the link, or you can go to thesignalsniper.com and get instant access there. And what you want to do is use code sniper for $50 off. Okay. So let's take a look at some of the results people have been having. All right, shout out to David, making $858 in a day. Let's go. Let's go. All right, Fibonacci strategy, 95 ticks. Shout out to Chris Watkins, making, what's that, $1,000. Okay, so I think, yeah, he said 95 ticks off gold strategy, 395 ticks. Let's go. All right, so shout out to Althea, making 2,200 in a day. Sheesh. All right, but yeah, I could keep going on and on and on in this group. Shout out to Heather, making $103. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so yeah, we have a Discord group where you can join in on our live trade room, right? So once you get in here, you'll come to the live trade room, okay, right here, and then you'll be able to jump on and trade live with us. You can come to the chat, ask any questions that you have, or drop a support ticket. Once you start getting results, right, you can put them in here, and yeah, share your results with everybody, and everybody is really cool, uplifts each other, encourage each other, very helpful, right? So if you have any questions, you can ask pretty much anybody in here and they will help you out. All right. So yeah, teaching alongside with 3 other coaches. Okay, I'm very, very grateful and thankful for the other coaches, the other leaders in here. Everybody that teaches is just a great coach, right? Everybody has their own strategy, their own style, but yeah, everybody's very skilled, and I'm just grateful, right? Grateful to be on the same team as everybody. Grateful to be in this group, be able to share my value with everybody. So yeah, we have a Discord group. We also have a Facebook group as well. All right, looks like this here. All right, so yeah, you get add. This is our public group for people. If you want to add your people, all right, you don't have to build with this if you don't want to, but if you do want to make some extra money, you can also make money by selling the software if you choose to. All right. So yeah, shout out to David making $632 today. Let's go. Shout out to Chris making 2,400. All right, shout out to Martin making $1,100 with the sniper. Let's go. Shout out to Kobe Williams making $500 with the sniper. All right, so yeah, y'all see we can keep going on and on in here, but yeah, a place where you to come, be around like-minded individuals, other people that already have the sniper, people that are looking to get the sniper, right? So yeah, we got this community group, and then once you join, you'll get inside the Discord group as well. Okay, so y'all, we got people passing prop firms with the Signal Sniper. We got people getting daily and weekly payouts, consistent wins with this. I'm getting my own wins, right? Passing my prop firms and working on my payouts as well. All right, so scaling plan. So that's the whole point of this, right? So we can start scaling, starting from $200 a day, working our way up to $1,000 a day, right? So how will we get to 1,000 a day? We're going to continue to keep adding prop firm accounts, right? So we'll start off with one $50,000 account, work our way up to 5. Once we get to 5, we're making $1,000 per day. All right. So what do you get once you make your payment for the Signal Sniper? You're going to get access to 3 strategies in one. If you join the trade room, you're going to get live weekly calls. I'll be one of the coaches inside of the trade rooms. 24/7 community support. You're also going to get the prop firm blueprint. And until Christmas, it's only $99 to get access to the Signal Sniper. Okay. So $99 get you access to the sniper. Great deal until Christmas, right? So you got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 days. Okay, so yeah, definitely take advantage. After that, price goes back to original price, and it probably will go up because it's very, very undervalued, right? Very underpriced. Honestly, I would have paid $1,000 for this software, and I know people who are selling their software for $1,000, and it's not getting people results like this, right? So $99 to get access to something that can make you thousands of dollars, that's a no-brainer, right? So yeah, if you guys want access to it, go ahead, go to the signalsniper.com. That's the signalsniper.com. It should be in the description. It's going to bring you to this page here. Right? So just take the quiz. Once you qualify, then you'll get access to the Sniper. When you get on the page to pay, right, the checkout page, use code SNIPER. and it will take $50 off. Okay, so use code SNIPER if you want to get that discount. All right, and that discount promo will be valid until the 25th. Okay. So yeah, what does the sniper look like? All right, so let me show you guys. All right, so once you download the sniper software, you put it on your trading view. Okay, it's going to look like this here. And like I said, first thing that we'll do before we put on the sniper is we'll do our own analysis. Okay, once we do our own analysis, then we use a signal sniper as confirmation. Okay, so it'll give us that extra confirmation we need for precise entry, and yeah, just continue profiting from there. Right, continue stacking up our wins. Like I said, they're going to be small wins, $200 to $300 per day. That's small money, but it's about stacking those small wins up into a big win, right? That's really what trading's about. Yes, some days you're going to have some big wins, right? You may make more than $200, but I don't want your expectation to always be that at first, right? Once we start adding accounts, we start scaling up, then we can start making the big money, $1,000 days. Okay, $1,000 plus days, but at first it's just about stacking those small wins. Then once we get consistent, you get your strategy down, and yeah, then we can start scaling. All right. If you do want to start off with 5 accounts, starting off right, because you're ready to make some serious money, just starting off, then you can do that, right? If you want to start with 3 accounts or 2 accounts, whatever you want to do. Okay. But yeah, I'll be here to coach you. I'll be here to guide you. That's what I'm going to be here for. Somebody that you can always ask questions. If I can't get them answered, then I'll find somebody that definitely can. All right. So yeah, let's open up for any questions that you guys have. Okay. How you doing, Miss Ingram? How you doing, Adrian? Lance? Okay. So yeah, if you guys want info, go ahead and DM me. DM me your questions. If you have any questions, if you don't, you can go to thesignalsniper.com so that you can get instant access, right? And again, once you get there to the checkout page, use code SNIPER to take $50 off, right? Use code SNIPER, and then you'll get instant access to my course. It's going to walk you through step by step how to install your sniper software, how to use it. It's going to break down the strategies. And then if you do want to get inside the trade room, it'll show you how to do that as well. But yeah, once you make that payment, make sure that you stay on the screen so that you can click the link to get into the course, right? You should get an email too, but just in case, stay on that screen after you make your payment and then click the link to enroll in the course, right? Which is going to redirect you automatically. And then once you go through the course step by step, and it's a video course, right? That'll show you on the screen exactly how to do it. If you get stuck or anything, then you can always DM me. All right, y'all. So yeah, I'm gonna jump off here, try to catch the rest of this fight. Right. And yeah, if you guys need access, you got the link, you got everything that you need. If you need help, you can DM me. All right. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Let's go.